Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About Lego. How you all doing this Monday evening? How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I'm so great. Jose's in here. Lady Brick said, hey, Retro has given us a 2-pound donation.
Oh, the little super chat?
Yeah. And I don't know if he's in here yet or not. But,
appreciate it, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Thank you so much.
He's a dedicated fan right there.
That is true. Yeah. Hopefully he jumps in here. That'd be good to see him. Yeah, by the way, guys, there is super chats. If you want to drop a small donation, you're welcome to do that. It'll pop up, but it'll give it a little celebratory, colorful banner, and we can definitely get to all of those questions. Those are prioritized, obviously, for us to answer. So
yeah.
You don't have to, though. Not obligated. We'll still talk to the chat regardless.
Jose said on Rebrickable, there's a nice mock of 6852 Sonar Security. Just the rocket part is a little chunky or clunky.
Got it. Yeah, I haven't done any mocks in Space Police 2, which is surprising to me.
Well, I mean, you can't do it all, Jason.
Well, yeah, I try, but...
IFG, nerds, my body is ready. From Andrew Alburn. I'm not sure what that means.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for this Space Police.
Right. James Westman is in here. Happy Monday, y'all. Can't wait to hear about this beautiful theme. Yeah, this is an awesome theme. I have obviously a favorite set in this theme.
Oh, yeah.
Overall, I think the whole theme is pretty cool. I'm a little upset there was no like land base.
Dude, that is a major problem with this, actually.
So yeah, that's the only problem I feel. The rest of it was pretty good. Retro is in here. Yo, thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much. We definitely do appreciate it. We do put a fair amount of work into this. I do some research sometimes into this, and then you put the slides all together and everything like that. So, we try to make it happen. So, we definitely appreciate any kind of support that we get. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, I figured we would start by showing off the release of the Space Police 2 in the catalogs. So I don't know about the rest of the world, but in the U.S. catalog, this was the image that we got. We got the Solar Snooper creeping up over this rock, hunting down Blacktron 2 guys.
Yep.
As you can see here in the bottom left-hand corner, available August 1st of 1992, and you're getting the 3 big boys from the theme, first wave, Galactic Mediator, Solar Snooper, and the Rebel Hunter.
Yeah.
So this was, back when they used to build out these giant worlds and then place the sets in it was really, we've said this a million times. It creates the vibe and the imagination for children. Yep. I know it did for me. I loved it. Yeah. It sets the mood, the stage, and the momentum for, creativity, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, and in this case, and a lot of the other cases, kind of the location in a way too. You got the rocks and the planets in the background. You can kind of get a visual for the area that they're in. So, yeah, I love these images. I've tried to recreate my own a couple times, somewhat successfully on Instagram. So, yeah, they're super fun. Always a soft spot in my heart for these images.
Right. Yeah. So jumping from 92 over to the 93 catalog, we are just featuring the Rebel Hunter. Again, I mean, you can't get much better than this thing flying across this,
imploding
sun or whatever. Yeah. It's pretty gnarly, man. The whole concept of it is pretty wild.
It's hardcore. It's so cool looking. Yeah, this is such a good image.
How awesome would that be just to have that center section of the Rebel Hunter flying over that planet like on a poster size that was like 8 foot tall.
Yeah. No, I mean, it'd be
I
beautiful.
could do that.
I really like that.
I could make that happen.
Get that Photoshop going, man. And you have what's cool is you do have the red columns, the red light on those stone columns along the back. Just barely, you can just barely see them in the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, it's a very nice image.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I miss the art of this time period.
Me too. Retro Space says you deserve it.
Thank you.
Jose is pointing out those eyebrows on the Captain Magenta, I'm assuming. And Minifig Collector is here.
Hey.
Hi, Every. Hi, Every to you, Minifig Collector.
Welcome.
Yeah, so let's jump in here to a couple of these small sets. I went from smallest to biggest. Obviously, some of the bigger ones came out the first year. Smaller ones came out the second year. But that's okay. Nobody cares.
That's kind of interesting.
So we have 1916 Starian Patrol. Simple little set. I think there's like 18 pieces or something like that in this.
Yeah, something to note. I guess Space Police 2 is a lot less heavily armed than Space Police 1. And I did look this up before we jumped on, and I checked it out. And yeah, a couple of those Space Police 1 vehicles are just bristling with very clear weaponry. And there's not much on the Space Police 2 ones. The funny thing is this little guy is one of the most heavily armed
I know
spaceships in the theme. Galactic and Fort, none of them come close to the amount of firepower this one.
It's like a hover round. It's like a hover round with giant missiles hanging off the side of it.
2 honing beacon missiles just ready to go. Like, yeah, this thing's wild.
Yeah, very simple, but again, this is what you got in the 90s. You got these $2, $3 sets.
Yeah.
That were just great fillers. I mean, that minifig there is like the typical standard Space Police trooper guy, I guess you will, officer, whatever.
Yep.
Could have loaded up, man.
Dude,
not $50 in the 90s would have went a long way.
Also, the Space Police printed tile. How nice is that to get one of those there? I mean, I could see the little nose cone piece, the flat tile, angled tile, not tile, sorry, plate, angle plate. You take 2 of those to make like almost a shield shape, put that logo in the center of it, and then like make Riot Space Police shields.
Oh yeah, you could totally do that.
And do a whole little wall of them just with these parts probably. So yeah, it's a good part set for sure.
It's a great little set.
Yeah, man.
Moving on. This one's kind of cool. You had to buy it in the bonus pack. It was the set itself, 1969. The bonus pack was set number 1967. Okay. It came with like city, castle, pirate, space, and I think there was like one. I think it was 5 total.
Oh, it was like all 5.
Yeah, it was a big bonus pack, but they're all sets about this size. You can look it up if you want.
Yeah.
I didn't pull an image for the bonus pack. I just wanted to focus on the set itself. I like this. I don't like the fact that it uses the standard city wheels.
Oh yeah, the little rubber wheels on there.
Yeah, it would have been better if maybe it had like the M-Tron balloon.
It's probably because of the size, right? Because
probably, because it's only four studs deep.
Well, and
or maybe 5. Maybe it's 5.
Spirus actually uses those, I believe, quite a bit on their little rovers too, and even I think UFO might have 1 or 2 of them. That
I was going to say this actually looks like something from Spirus or RoboForce.
Yeah, it's got that kind of vibe going. Interesting part usage there with the seat flipped up top and then the little reverse slope making the mouth of the robot.
Yeah, I know. Clever. It's clever. It's a little clunky.
It's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite either, but it works. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's fun. It's it's not the greatest, but and the little arms with the little forks on them.
Yeah, again, not too bad.
It's pretty great.
You gotta love those classic hinge pieces.
Oh, I found the bonus packet. It's got the Black Knight's battering ram, which is a phenomenal set. One of my favorite little sets.
Yep.
Got that almost like the pirate wheel gun with the 3 muskets on the wheels.
Yep.
Yep. And then a little glider for city and a surfer for city, and then the Space Police set. So yeah, 5 little sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good pack.
So that was the only way you could get this. It wasn't packaged individually.
Got it.
But it was still listed as a Space Police set. Notice the item numbers from here, 1916 to 1969, to an actual listed set, 6813.
Interesting.
That's how you know they were from a different. It was like a different packaging or something completely different. Yeah. So here we got the Galactic Chief, Captain Magenta.
There he is. Oh, worthy to note that this is the first space theme to pull away from the smiley face and use printed faces with new details.
Yep.
So
eyebrows.
The eyebrows and the mics.
Yeah, which is cool. He's the only one that has a different print too, on his torso.
Oh, yeah. And he's very highly decorated.
Yeah, decorated. What do you call those shoulder things?
The epaulets.
Epaulets. That's right.
Red epaulets on the shoulders. Honestly, one of the coolest things about this theme is this minifigure, and I really, really like the way it worked out. It reminds me of a lot of what's that movie? Not Demolition Man. I'm thinking of all the sci-fi movies now. It's the one with Sylvester Stallone. It's not RoboCop. Dang it!
It's Demolition Man.
No, it's not. He's in Demolition Man. No, it's like a It's not the Punisher either. Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, the original Judge Dredd. This little outfit reminds me of the original Judge Dredd movie. Yeah. Just the very 80s sci-fi, But dude, this is a great set for the minifig. The set itself is it's very few pieces, but
yeah, it's cool. I do like it. Though. One of the coolest pieces on this, and one of the coolest pieces that was ever used anywhere in Lego, are the big giant 2x2x4 bricks with the inverted studs on the side, and then the ones with the studs sticking out.
Yeah.
And they came in gray, they came in black, and then I think maybe a couple of other colors as well, but not in both formats, in and out.
Yeah, blue and red, I think maybe.
Yeah, they were used
just the standard colors.
Heavily in space.
Yeah, my first one that I got was on the little bonus pack with the Royal Knights catapult and the Spirus wing thing ship from the Spirus. And it comes with one of those on the back, but it's the one with the studs facing on all directions out. Quite an interesting part for sure. I really do like it.
It is a great part.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to clip on those the little thrusters or even a wing on the side, depending on what you're trying to build. Yeah. I love that part. Yeah, it adds a lot of versatility in the building. A lot of sideways, even some snot abilities. Yeah, that was the beginning of snot. That right there.
Those and the headlight bricks. Yeah.
But the headlight brick was funky because it was offset.
Right, it had that little lip along the bottom.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this one was fun. Love the green windshield there. Of course, all the trans dark green, or just regular green. But all of that, the visors and all the windscreens, man, so good. I really love seeing those parts here. So,
yeah, I love them too. All right, let's move on to 6852 Sonar Security.
Yes. I got this one at BrickCon years and years ago for a very good price. But yeah, I really like this set. There's those wheels you were talking about. Yeah, that works really well for this.
Yeah, I like it. Again, we've gone through a couple of sets, and like you said, we don't really have weapons.
You got the little megaphone thing, but a lot of times it looks like they're using it as an actual megaphone.
As a megaphone, yeah, not as a let me blast myself in the face with it.
So yeah, I mean, they're pretty they're not heavily armed.
For
Whether
being
that's
police, they're not. Yeah.
yeah, police like the person. Yeah, whether that's hand to hand or actual armament on the vehicles themselves. So far,
Yeah.
the little coaster or the little hovercraft has got the most going for it right now. But yeah, there's a pretty simple set, little trailer with a little satellite on there, probably reconnaissance, right?
Yeah, it sounds a little bit more like something that Ice Planet would use.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I mean, they were protecting Ice Planet, I believe. They were helping them out.
I know, great. They're protecting Ice Planet with Ice Planet gear because they didn't have any guns.
Well, maybe that's a donation from the Ice Planet, some
right?
technology to help the space police. I don't know.
We have a few comments here. Let's see. We will just start here with Andrew Auburn. I wish SP2 had an android like Explorians and Spirus. Yeah, that would have been a good addition, man, for sure.
Making it maybe a little bit more like not like the classic smiley, but maybe like a straight face and maybe more like a visored slit for its head, so it looks more like a security bot. Something.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's even talking about that. He might be talking about like the classic little robot android builds.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
Those I went cool like crazy building those for Blacktron 1.
Yeah.
You know, I love.
You got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I got them built all different ways with different new pieces to create different arms and stuff.
You know, they provided one in the Galaxy Explorer for the original.
Yeah, they did,
guys.
I'm talking about stuff like that. Maybe I don't know if he is, but
the one in Galaxy Explorer seems to indicate or imply that he was making coffee because he's carrying the mugs.
Yeah, he was like the one in the Galaxy Explorer was like the maid in the Jetsons.
Yeah, exactly. What's funny is my little almost 2-year-old would go around and say, "Coffee robot, coffee robot." She just walk around saying "coffee robot," and she got it from the Galaxy Explorer Lego set. So
a good point here. Jose mentioned SP3 had a cool white dog, which was a robo dog.
The mechanical hound. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Which
I do recall that. Let's not go crazy. I'm talking about the dog from.
Okay, but hang on.
But I know it. So, I know it. It's a cool little build for sure.
In high school, let me just go off on the dog, dude. I'm doing it. We're talking about Lego, bro.
Right,
just real quick. In high school, we read the Fahrenheit 451 book, right? The one that got banned about burning books and all the whole thing. So, in that book, there's a mechanical hound that hunts the main character down at one point, and it's from. They don't have the police station. It's the fire station, but it functions the same way. And so when that Lego set came out, like I really enjoyed that book, you know, going through high school and all that. So when they made a mechanical police dog in Lego, I was like, dude, I swear it's from Fahrenheit 451. That's the dog that hunted him down. Anyway, I just thought
it was a cool build. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, I bought that set. That's like one of the only. I have like 3 Space Police 3 sets, and one of them is that little mechanical hound one.
Yeah. Let's see here. Retro said my dad got me this set along with the Sea Serpent in the 90s. That's cool.
I mean, the Sea Serpent's better by a long run.
Yeah, it is better for sure.
But this is still a cool set.
Char Ranger's in here. What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, welcome, my friend.
And then Retro said, I just ordered 20 of those windscreens for MOCs in the trans neon green and orange.
Very nice.
Very nice. Speaking of MOCs, let's bring in Retro's artillery tank.
Oh, yeah, dude. So, shout out to Retro Space Coats. Go follow him on Instagram. I think that's where he's most active. I mentioned to Andrew that he had built this for Space Police, and I think we're kind of surprising him about putting this in the live stream. So hopefully you're all right with us showing your work to the masses.
Right.
But yeah, I really wanted to show this, and so here it is. This is which is called here the Retribution Roller.
Yep.
Which is a phenomenal name and fits the lineup.
Yeah, it does. My only thing is that I would have put the black wheels on it instead of the gray.
Do they have? I guess they do the big black wheels for.
Yeah, they came in what, Mtron?
Yeah. Yeah, he's also building in real life though, and he may not
Yeah.
have those available. So
that is when you buy them.
okay, that's.
I have bags of wheels and all. Well, I would do that. I don't know if everybody would, but yeah. I would be absurdly anal about it.
Sure.
But overall, I mean, it's a pretty cool build.
Yeah.
Same basic structures, color wise. Mm-hmm. It's looking good.
Yeah, I really like
gives the full description of it.
What was that?
I said he gives a full description of it too.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And he has that on his Instagram, so you can pull all of that and go check it out if you guys have the Instagram. But yeah, he of course he does kind of a little bit like what I do with some of the pulling in a couple new parts where I feel like it fits. But what I really like about this one is the security scanner in the middle, like checking for the weapons and before they load them in and everything like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's nice.
I really like that. And then it looks like it's got a launcher off the back, so you can go do a patrol off the back there. So yeah, it's a good build. I really like it. So I'm glad we were able to show it off here. Yeah,
he said, wow. Nice one, dudes.
Yeah, for sure.
He said that he manifested this.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Great mock.
Yeah, no.
He said, oh, this is interesting. He said, yes, I didn't have the black wheels. Got a load. Just got a load though.
Perfect.
Andrew Alburn, as someone who has mocked up some megacore magnetizers a few years back, the black wheels were going for about $25 each.
Yeah, so that's $100 in wheels, right? $200 in wheels right there.
Well, for Andrew Auburn's, care of price. Okay, I bought every single giant quarter screen in the trans neon orange for Ice Planet that I had that was available currently on Bricklink. That included, I think I got 2 from Germany, 2 from France, and then I bought the rest of them that were available at the time in the US, which was like, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6. I have enough to make 2 domes, and they were the ones overseas were about $22 a piece just for the screen itself. It was pretty gnarly.
That's rough.
You get into those building those mocks and get anal enough about your colors, man. You're gonna spend some money.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like $200 for wheels for this. I mean, the rest of the mock probably cost less than $200.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's 100%, like you're gonna spend 4 times the amount just for the dang wheels. But no, I mean, yeah, if you want to go for the way, it sounds like he's already got them, so it doesn't even matter now. But
yeah, no, I mean, I'm giving constructive criticism.
Oh,
I mean, overall, the build is super cool. I just would have went with the black wheels so it matched everything else,
Yep.
Because I like to be as consistent as possible. However, you could run with these colors still and create a whole mock line of Space Police with the gray wheels.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, it would look good.
You could just kind of switch it out like that.
Yeah, it would look good.
Yeah. I think you could probably pull it off. Maybe do some highlights. It looks like he may have actually done some highlights in gray too. So I mean, it could work out. Either way, and it is a neoclassic build, so it's not supposed to only use, the.
So you spent about 40 pounds on this.
Oh, that's okay. That's not bad, actually.
It's not bad.
Yeah, for those nice trans green parts. Speaking of which, now I'm gonna give away the secret, the Hydronauts. So it's like the third wave maybe in the Aqua Zone series. All their ships, all their submarines have big trans green domes in them. That's where he got those funky little Paradiso windows in trans green. And they have the giant domes you were talking about in trans green, so you could build a Space Police home base. Yes,
you could build the Galactic Police Station.
Exactly.
And even if something that we don't see a whole lot of like ever. I mean, there's been like a few, I guess, at shows, but I mean, you really got to really look at YouTube video after video to find them.
Yeah,
they're not like posted on Instagram or easy access places. Something you don't see is people actually building a base that floats. Just it's in space.
Oh, sure, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Versus like
mhm.
a raised base plate sitting on this planet, right?
Right,
Like one that's actually like just floating in space.
like a spaceport almost,
Yeah,
or like you see those in
and
The
that would be
Expanse a lot,
yeah, and yeah, like the
where
Expanse. We always
right, where it's
reference
like
that because
in
it's
an
like the
asteroid belt or something. Yeah,
coolest show ever.
yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, no, that's a good point. You don't see like a floating base. Like most of them actually probably would be, because it's rare that you would actually, if you were getting more realistic about it, that you would be able to go to the surface of most of these places. So they
Yeah,
would probably be a network of spaceports and floating space station type things as opposed to actual ground bases.
yeah. I suppose it would be
Yeah.
hard. It would be hard to demonstrate that. You would have to have building with Lego. You would have to
Yeah.
have some kind of a support to build off of.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Or just,
or you get super creative with Technic.
yeah. I mean, like Lego does the space stuff. They did a couple city where they had a space station basically, and they just had it sit there. It was like
Yeah,
the way it was presented was that it was floating in space. But yeah,
yeah,
for me, like I could make it just edit of a photo of it right in space and have it look
yeah.
like it's floating. But yeah, if you were building it on the ground or building
Call
it
it
in
a
real
day.
life, it'd be tricky to set it up.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Retro Space Scouts, for building this cool mock that we could include into our live. It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
I like it, man.
keep up the good work.
Yep. All right, moving on here. Rebel Hunter, one of the
Nice.
first released. Love this ship.
Yeah.
I can't say anything negative about this ship. It's pretty much perfect in every format. I feel like it's the right shape. It's the right dynamic. It does the right things.
Parts use is wild, on point.
Yeah, it is.
So
It's
nice.
wild. It uses weird pieces. It all looks good when it comes together. It felt good in your hand.
Yep.
When
And
it
it
was closed.
functions.
Yeah, with the jail cartridge, cartridge, I guess you would call it, maybe.
Yeah, jail pod, whatever. Yeah.
With it in there and it closed, like the little hinge plates closed.
Yep.
You could literally fly that thing all over the house. I did it.
Yeah.
And
it's a really nice design. It's a great little set. I got one of these, I don't know, 6 years ago or so. I had never had a Space Police set, I don't think, until I got my hands on this one. And yeah, man, it was kind of mind blowing how good this set was, especially how small it was.
Yeah.
But the bars, they function as two purposes along the top of the 3 Technic bars. They look like a jail cell, but it also is the bar that slides the function to make the ship work. So it's like everything about it is just really well designed.
On point. It is on point. And if, in my opinion, this would have been the ship that would have been like the police car.
Yes. Yeah.
You would have had
cruiser.
50 or 60 of these guys floating through space.
Yep.
Zipping around all over the place, chasing down criminals.
Also, fantastic name, Rebel Hunter. It's got a great name. It's like the Dungeon Hunters from Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I love the usage of the corner piece. I don't even know what you call that. It's 3x3x2 angle right there in the front. Comes in transparent there, and then the upside down red one underneath of it.
Yep.
Love those pieces. It's a great addition. I think the first time that I really saw those effectively used was in Space Police 2, because it's on the front of the Solar Snooper as well.
Yeah.
Which we're going to get into here in just a moment. Overall, I give this set a 10 out of 10 for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's solid. One of the best Lego space sets they ever did. Yeah, good prints, too. You get the printed windscreen and the printed tile there. You get another Space Trooper. Here you have probably, I would assume, 2 forward-facing laser cannons on the cockpit there. So,
yeah.
But again, I mean, not a whole lot of armament going on besides that.
No.
But yeah, no, it's a very sleek-looking ship. Dude, the basically the tram supports as the wings.
Yeah.
Again, just it's so good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Look. It really, really works. Very industrial looking with those structures and those pieces on it like that.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like yeah, looks like the gas version of the Rocinante.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
All
it's
right.
really
So
quite
this is
nice.
my second favorite one in this theme. My first favorite one in this theme is the Solar Snooper.
This is also a fantastic set, man.
This one, yeah, no complaints other than it could be bigger. So, my Ice Planet version was bigger,
right,
beefier. It was wider, taller, bigger wheels, same concept. That was that's its only downfall. Is I thought it could be bigger. I mean,
yeah, maybe a magnetizer size.
that would be so badass.
Someone needs to do the Mega Core Magnetizer in Space Police colors.
The problem is those trans windscreens are only so big.
Yeah, but you can get the ones from the Hydronauts. You could literally do a Mega Core Magnetizer in the correct colors of Space Police.
Yeah, I guess you could. But I like this windscreen the best out of all the windscreens.
Yeah, no, this one is.
I would love to have that same exact windscreen that was like 10 wide and 4 tall.
That would be cool.
And then be like size accordingly to that being like what, maybe 18 or 20 studs long, like lengthwise. Just have this giant cock where you could put like 6 dudes in it.
Yeah.
That would be rad.
You know what would be cool is if one of these icons or Lego Moment sets, I don't even know what they're calling them anymore, but these retro remakes would be a Space Police 2 cruiser, something like this, with those larger, the windscreens they put on the new Galaxy Explorer remake in trans dark green like this.
Yeah, something like that would work. Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get these ones anymore. I don't even think they make these anymore, but
no.
But they have some nice new cockpit pieces that could work pretty well in this color too. But
yeah, I love the usage of the that bottom piece there too. The reverse of the windscreen.
I always think of Aqua Sharks whenever I see that piece.
Yeah, well, they had it in Aqua Sharks. I think that I think there was a yellow one used in Hydronauts in one of the ships somewhere.
Yeah, the Aqua Zone guys.
Yeah, it may have been the second wave of them. I can't remember, or maybe it was the big one with the little compass on top.
I think you're right. No, I think it was their main sub might have had one reversed going along the back of it or something.
Ice Planet uses the same structure on the Deep Freeze Defender.
Oh right, yeah.
And I've always just really loved that sleek, hard edge 80s feel to the early 90s space. Just super awesome.
This is Space Police 2 is probably the best slice of 90s or space.
Oh yeah.
Like it is what you think of when you think of 90s space right here. This image, especially this set actually just burns into your brain. It's such a good set. It's got some of the features like the M-Tron sets and some of these other sets around the time where it breaks off. You got the back. I mean, I think the 2 sections, even the 2 wheeled sections can pull apart as like a trailer and a front.
There's a hinge.
Yeah, and then the little troopers can jump in their little scout ship up top that can fly off the back. Of course, you have the jail pod, which is the same build as the one in the Rebel Hunter, so that they can all be transported between the 2 ships and everything like that. So it's very modular in that regard. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's nothing bad about it.
It's a killer. It's a killer set. I love this set. You can. Last time I looked, you can get this on Bricklink used for about $80,
which isn't terrible.
No, it's not terrible. I, however, would like the new one in box.
I got one about 2 years ago on Instagram. Someone was selling one with a box in mint condition, and the set was in mint condition for about $80. So, but it wasn't sealed. But yeah, I think I spent about $80 for it, and I'm very happy. I mean, it was totally worth it. So, yeah. Again, those little dinky laser cannons on the front.
Yep.
And there's his megaphone. walking around with the Blacktron. So
But
yeah,
see,
they were.
the nose of this is the same as the nose of the Rebel Hunter.
Yes, yeah.
Same exact parts, everything.
That's what's nice about it too, is they keep that consistent in the design, the consistency there. So it's like they didn't have to put the two little rods and the little, clips and everything on it like that, but they mirrored the other ship, and now you can see that faction consistency, which is what I'm all about in these old Lego sets. So
yeah, for sure.
And
we got one more big one, and then I think we're gonna do a recap on these catalog pages.
Sure.
Again,
there it is.
Same nose as the Rebel Hunter and the Solar Snooper.
Yep.
The lower gray piece, you got the two stacked. You got the corner. That's awesome. This ship here is beefy.
It's huge.
Yeah,
I don't think people realize how big it is.
Big around in the core of it.
Yeah. No, this is what they kind of presented instead of a home base, ground base. You could see a fleet of maybe 3 of these flying in formation above a planet, and you'd see the little cruisers coming to and fro, right, from this formation. They were a very mobile force, and this is the mothership of the theme. Like that's really what it is. Yeah.
Side note, this is the only other set that comes with Captain Magenta.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he's actually driving it.
Nice. Does he have his? And he's got his little uniform and everything.
Yep.
Perfect. And there's those wheels you don't like with the little rover. Yeah.
Yep. I don't like those wheels.
Yeah. Yep. And so that must clip inside somewhere, I assume.
Yeah, I think it goes in the back.
Right.
All the big classic spaceships had an asshole that you could drive things into.
Right. You had to pop something out of it. And they carried that through. I mean, they carried it through into the remake of the Galaxy Explorer and everything. Yeah, they all had those little, which is great. It's, again, the consistency across the theme was these little cargo bays and things like that inside these larger ships, which just really added to it. And I think you can clip 2 of the jail pods on the back there, nestled in the wings, it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. A little bit, I'm not sure about this whole center. The coloring is a little funky for me. It's
a little weird.
It's a little patchworky looking, and
it is, but I mean, it's still a cool ship.
Oh, 100%.
I think there could be more done there in that mid section where you see that gray wing?
Yes, the little fin thing. Yeah.
Sticking out. I think there could have been done something else there. Maybe like a big giant missile cannon or something on both sides.
Yeah, or even taking exactly what they did, but switching it out for what they put on the cruiser with the black track piece coming out a little further and putting those 2 things on the ends, the little boosters on the ends, to just kind of flesh out that front part a little bit more.
Yeah, that would have been nice. A little bit of Rebel Hunter touch to it.
Yeah, but you still at least get the consistency with the cockpit, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, and like if you kind of squint your eyes and look at the shape of this, it looks like a shuttle.
Yeah, space shuttle, 100%.
Yeah, it's like a shuttle. Like
a big shuttle,
something that would land on wheels. Yep. You know what I mean?
Well, it's got the skids on there. Yeah. So, I don't have this one. I have the whole theme. One of each, I believe, except maybe not the funky little robot we saw earlier, but this one's the one I'm missing. And I've been tempted, and I've looked at it at a couple different times I've been at BritCon. They always seem to have one.
What's this currently going for?
I haven't pulled the trigger on it. I'm not sure, dude. I haven't really looked it up. I know that it's not cheap when I was looking at it, but con prices are usually higher than online, so.
General Tron Bricks says, I can't unsee that now. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
The space shuttle?
Yeah. Definitely looks like they could have done a bit more finishing. Yep.
Yeah. Again, I still like it. I would still like to have it, but there's a little bit there in the middle that could.
It's patchy from space patrol battles.
Yeah, this is what it feels like. It looks like it's been hit a couple times by.
Been damaged. It's damaged goods.
Blacktron Future Generation coming up
Uh-oh.
with their
Oh,
laser guns.
we got Jose coming in here with some info. The ship comes apart in the middle and turns into a mini base.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why don't I know that?
I don't know. I've never even owned this set particularly.
I've never got my hands on it either. So
I wanted the Snooper.
So I guess the question then is, do the end and the front clip back together?
Yeah, I guess so.
I would hope that would be the case.
Jose said 170 used on Bricklink.
Yeah.
Said about 778 new.
Get out of here with that.
You would literally need like $200,000 to buy all these brand new right now, because they're all going for just under $1,000.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, unless you're talking about some of the awesome old castles, they're like in the $1,500, $1,600 range.
Yeah, I saw Pirates Perilous Pitfall for $1,200, which is sick. But
it's not even that good of a set.
I know you don't care much for it, but that was the one that was like in all my catalogs. So.
Oh, well, the one that was in all my catalogs was Rock Island Refuge,
which is also phenomenal. I don't even want to know what that goes for.
1,200
at least. If the Pitfall goes for 12, I can't do. Rock Island's got to be more than that.
Lego Dan is wanting interior pictures of that. Jose, you need to help him out. He's on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pirates, because we're on the topic, go over to classicpirates.com or Eurobricks and vote on the Classic Pirates contest. My entry is currently sitting tied for third place, which I'm really happy that it got a placement. I wasn't sure, man. I was looking at some of the votes. I wasn't sure if it was going to make it in there because there's a lot of good builds, but there's also a lot of like loyal fans to the Pirates website, the Classic Pirates Eurobricks website. They're a little different crew than Instagram, Facebook, and kind of the people that I'm used to. So I feel like maybe there's a little bit of more camaraderie among that group. And so I was the outsider. I did a new account just to post my build on their website and everything like that. And I still pulled a tie for third place right now. Voting ends on the 16th. So if you guys want to jump in and help me out, secure my spot on third place would be nice. But if you see something else that you think is better, vote for that, because I'm not going to be telling you how to vote. But
yeah,
definitely appreciate it if you guys.
For the record, he is talking about the Big Islanders thing that we showed like a week or so ago.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that would be first.
I mean,
I don't play with the Euro Brick Pirate guys, so I don't know what they think. Like,
I thought I might have clutched first too. There's a few really nice builds in there. I think the one that's sitting at the top right now is a remake of the King Kahuga's Enchanted Island. So done like in more of a newer style, because that was one of the categories, was remaking an old set or designing a new one. And so I designed the new one with the Lost Lagoon. But yeah, if you guys want to do that, you can. No pressure. But just something I thought I'd throw out there while we are talking about things online. So
super epic either way, Jason.
Thank you.
You deserve a place with that. In my opinion, I think it'd be first, but I'm a little nostalgic towards the 90s building style that you do. So
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Call it what it is, No,
it's all good. It was fun, and it inspired me to build something big for the Islanders, which I had always kind of wanted to do. So regardless, we got kind of a cool build out of it. So,
right. Also, Jason brought up an interesting idea, where we would like to feature some MOCs. So if anybody has any decent MOCs for the themes that we're talking about, we'll try to add that. We'll try to let everybody know a week in advance on what's coming. And just so you know, we have next week we are doing we're going to cover the divers. The week after that, we're going to cover Nautica, which was basically like, I don't know, 90 to 95 boat seaport stuff like
Yeah,
that.
all the cargo cranes. And
All
I
the
think
cargo ships, the cargo
is that
crane, seaports.
Sail and Fly Marina in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
And then the following week after that, we're going to cover the boats that float, the actual boats category. So we're going to do a coastal diver 3-week series here coming up. So if anybody has any MOCs in any of those areas,
Yes,
they would like to show, you need to let one of us know, and I will get you the email to send the artwork to.
or you can build one over the next couple of
Or you can build one.
So yeah, feel free to participate in that way. That's one way that we thought it would be fun to interact with you guys who are watching, who have been fans for a long time, who make this actually show happen. You know, and so yeah, we wanted to do that as well as, you know, have some guests on in the community. But right now we're just kind of focusing on these videos. So, but yeah, that I think that would be a lot of fun to see some of the work you guys do, kind of like what we did with Retro Space Coats. Obviously, what we've done in the past with my stuff, I've gotten featured on our show multiple times with some of the things I've done, but I'd like to extend that to you guys as well. So
yeah,
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to incorporate some other people in the community. You know, not that Jason is the best, but he does provide quantity and quality.
I actually do have a divers one we could show if you want.
Of course you do. I don't.
But yeah,
a couple of comments here I wanted to get to. Lego Dan has asked Brook Monarch, do you ever think about making wall signs of the old catalog artwork? For example, the Space Police scene. Yes, I have thought about that. Problem is, middle of the image sometimes is split unless I have the catalog myself, which I actually do have quite a few of them. I could do a high-res scan and then a screenshot, and I could get to the resolution that we needed to print clearly. That would be cool because they wouldn't be illegal. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That'd be super. That's a good idea. I have thought about that. I love a lot of the classic castle ones. So that's cool.
That would be a pretty interesting.
Yeah. Jose said, I'm an island boy. LOL. So maybe he's liking the coastal stuff, or maybe
he's voting for my island thing.
Yeah, maybe he's voting for your Islanders thing. I'm not sure.
Either way, we're here for it.
Henry the Horse said that site is a mess. Can't find out how to vote.
I agree. I appreciate you even looking. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, listen, dude. I had to have help from the person who runs it. I know the Pirates like administration guy because he follows me on Instagram and he's posted some of my work in his own like stuff, and so I had to have him help me upload my stuff. That's how difficult that old site is. It's one of the oldest ones out there. You literally have to create an account and then create a topic in the discussion and then say number 1 and then write the name of the build and the builder you voted for and then go through all 5. I think you can just vote for one if you want.
Oh, that's ridiculous. They need to upgrade that or just shut it down.
It's not like you'd expect where you could just go and click on the one, like say vote for this one and click on it.
Oh, that's how I'd set it up. You can do that with WordPress, and that's free.
That's what's kind of bumming me out because I'm pretty sure people probably went over there for my links and just were like, nah, I'm not going to figure this out. It's like a 3-step process. So I appreciate anyone who did set up an account and vote for me because I think there was 1 or 2 people that did that specifically just for the island. And you guys are the rock stars because it is a nightmare. I will agree. And I can say that because I don't got no affiliations with any of them. So they need to fix it.
Andrew Alburn, I don't think you did. You sent me I think maybe 1 or 2. He had a bunch of 80s and 90s catalogs that he was like throwing in the
Oh,
box with the Rock Island or with the Rock Raiders.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you got some still in mint condition, man, yeah, ship them over to me. Maybe they're quality enough to photograph and work with on some other things. Retro said, thanks again for the feature dudes. Lovely surprise. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Nice build.
Yeah,
hanging in there. You're one of our best customers here. All right. Yes. What do you call them? Not customers.
Fans. You're one of the most loyal fans we got.
You're a loyal fan, sir.
A lot of you guys sitting in here right now are at the top there with us. So I appreciate that.
General Tron is saying 100% what Henry said. Site's a mess.
Yeah. Hey, you don't break your back going to vote for that. I just wanted to throw it out there. I know it's hard. So if you see it and you're like, no thanks, that's totally understandable. No problems.
Jose's asking, is that green planet in the background where the space police is stationed? I don't know. That's a good question.
It seems like it might be.
That, sir, is up to you to decide.
Or maybe what's the planet that the UFO guys came from?
I don't know.
I can't remember the name. It was wild.
It was a weird planet that was like alive.
Yeah. It had like a live skin or something on it. It was weird, dude. It had like eyeballs and creatures and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. So, Space Police too. It's a good theme.
Yep.
Brought us the Solar Snooper, which was, that's going to go down in history as probably one of the best space sets ever made.
Definitely one of the best ground ones. It's on the same level like we were talking about a little bit with the Megacore Magnetizer. Both those are some of the best ground like wheeled vehicles in space they've ever done.
Well, the Megacore Magnetizer was one thing, but this ground vehicle was sleek. I assume it probably ran fast. It was quick. It looks like it really kind of captures the imagination of being a sleek artillery tank, that has some speed, like they're on the ground. Okay, get the Snooper out, and the Snooper will catch them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Artillery. It's the armored tank without the armament.
Yeah.
It uses the little scout ship on the back instead. But,
it actually a funny story real quick. When I first got this set in '92, I wanted to design and build my own vehicle that had the same cockpit and wheelbase. But where like the two back wheels were separated from the front so you could turn the front.
Yeah.
To guide it. So you would use like a Peterbilt chassis. Right. Where you had the two wheels in the back and then the two in the front to turn it. Which would be super gnarly. But I wanted to build one custom, and like I had it completely visualized in my head.
That'd be cool, man.
It was kind of like, and then the Cybertruck came out, and I was like, that's kind of close. It's kind of cool. Not quite single cockpit, but
kind of along the same lines.
Yeah.
I just thinking about this because the Megacore Magnetizer, like you were saying, how this one seems like probably rolls up and kind of, and then the ship flies off the back, and it's kind of got that action vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
Complete opposite with the other one. That I could see just like Megacore just rumbling slowly over the terrain, like continually just grinding. I could see it maybe not ever stopping, just always on the move, and they come to it and leave and like drop their little vehicles off of it and come up to it and get picked back up, and it's just like almost like a mobile city for the M-Tron.
Yeah, I think that the Megacore Magnetizer might sound like an old like steampunk train.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like where it's like maybe there's a boiler in there somewhere.
Right? Yeah, I like the image of like, I know you're not the Star Wars guy, but the guy, the big old sand crawler with the little guys inside. It's just like always rumbling through the terrain. And there's like, there's, parts break, but they have like the parts inside and they like replace it on the go. And it's always like there's an internal, like really wild, like thing down inside the core of it. Like the engine room is always, rumbling and stuff going on inside. So I like that.
Where the Snooper is like, okay, we flipped the switch, everything's on, let's go.
Oh yeah, it just like lights up instantly. There's no problems. It's just off. Yeah.
That's the way they feel.
Updated
they feel
technology.
Yeah, they feel different.
Yeah. Well, and also they both M-Tron and Space Police 2 both have a similarity in that they don't have a ground base. Which is kind of interesting. Just a fun little thing going for them there. Space Police 2. Sub-theme of space. 1992. I'll read the quick little excerpt. It's a paraphrase of what was on the little magazines down here. It says, the Space Police 2 officers protect M-Tron, an ice planet, from the Blacktron future generation and enforce laws established by the Galactic Council. They always protect the innocent in interplanetary disputes. So they are basically Judge Dredd.
Okay, so let me open this up for everybody to think about that's in here still.
Yep.
So with that being said, you know how it's like you get one new part and you can build a whole world around the one part. Okay, well, this is a couple of words. Okay, so who is the Galactic Council? What do they look like?
Yeah.
What are their colors?
Yeah. Right. Well, so
what's so special about them that makes them choose the police force?
And they're the ones writing the laws. They have some sort of galactic power.
Yeah, are these members of Futron?
I feel like they are. Instantly in my head when I read that sentence, I thought potentially I see them in a big dome, blue dome, right, with like some monorail going up to it, the Galactic Council, and it's mostly Futron that are the sitting members, and then one emissary from Ice Planet, one emissary from Mtron to have some of that democracy maybe thrown in there. But that's kind of how I see it. Yeah. What a huge story in those 3 words, like the
huge
or 2 words, Galactic Council. Yeah.
What planet are they on? What does the planet look like?
Where's the MOCs? Like,
where's the MOCs?
Doing this?
Where's the colors? Come on, Jason.
I know. I really want to build a Space Police 2 station with all the parts that are available in the trans green, and man, I don't know. If I had the time, I'd love to put that together.
You've got the time.
I did have the time to build a 2,000 piece Islanders thing.
Yeah, so. You kick that out in like a few hours probably.
Oh heck no, dude. Not even. That one did actually take some time to put together. But I think that's about it though. I mean, we can hit the comments one more time. Thank everybody for being here. It was a fun topic. It's not a hugely extensive theme, so there's not a whole ton of sets to go through.
Lego Den said the Galactic Council is the captain from each faction.
I like that.
I mean, it's a good concept. Yeah.
Was Chief from Rock Raiders ever there?
I don't know.
I feel like he's the guy that
I like the idea of them being something else completely, having a completely different style of being.
I think I could see that Chief and his crew were like banned from the Galactic Council. Like he's telling them some real life scenario they don't want to hear, and so they're like, henceforth, and he walks out with his Rock Raider crew and they go crash on their planet somewhere.
Yeah, and
so they have no assistance from the Galactic Council.
I don't know. It's a good thought. It's a good thought. Like if you really want to get crazy,
he just seems like that kind of guy.
You know, I wish that everybody in the Lego world was just a millionaire and could just buy endless bricks and have endless time to build whatever they wanted.
Just do like that'd be
so great.
Like a coalition of builders.
It would be a world that would be a better place.
Rebuilding the classic world of Lego.
Yeah.
And reiterating the stories and the writing the timelines down and all that. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
The ultimate archive.
Well, that's been another episode of Let's Talk About Lego.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. Remember, next week we are talking about divers.
Yes. So if you have a divers build or you want to throw one together this week,
we need images by Friday. And honestly, you could DM them to me on Instagram or Jason, for that matter, as long as they're decent quality. I can pull them from there and throw them in the slides. That's it.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll post my divers build, or maybe we'll do both. We can put them next to each other. It's not very big, so. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Yep. Thanks for joining. Have a good week. We will talk to you next Monday about divers.
Thanks again, Retro Space Coats, for the super chat.
Yep. Have a good night.
Appreciate it.